Alright guys, so...
No, you know what? Wait a second. See that they loaded you up with some people.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
Oh, it's a perfect position.
Cool. Is it working?
Yep, we're at
Yeah.
465. Okay, we are back. But this one's going to be a little bit more quiet because I cannot host and get my ribs tattooed at the same time. But you can ask Nikki a bunch of questions. She's going to pop in head above, take a break from torturing me for a little bit and answer those questions. In the interim, you can just watch this amazing tattoo come to life, as they say. All right, guys. I'm checking out and gritting my teeth.
Yeah, we tried doing that earlier, but you know, the thing about getting tattooed is you really gotta like be in the right headspace to get through it. And if his head is not really in the game, then that could shorten what we're doing by a lot. Yeah, I want to make sure that he's just chilling. There's already so many lights and cameras and stuff on us.
You know what? I don't feel anything.
You don't feel anything?
That stuff is amazing.
Fuck
just
yeah.
Keep loading it on. Alright? I'm serious.
Good. We just put a little bit of numbing stuff on him. For you guys that have this area tattooed, you guys know this area sucks. It's no joke.
Do you have more of that stuff, Nikki?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in numbing creams and things like that.
You know what? I can totally host right now.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Nikki put some numbing cream on and it's working amazing. Okay. Let's start asking some questions. Nice work. Perfect. Something in Arab which I cannot read. The portrait is something that Nikki came up with. Had some references that she liked, and it's a style that she likes to work in, and she'll interpret modern day imagery into a style that she's very comfortable with developing now.
Yeah, we're gonna do that like really nice, bright yellow kind of shadow or like reflection on the side of her face.
Inky, I can answer that question. I know that Nikki uses Fusion ink. Whoa, that spot right there that Nikki's working on doesn't have too much numbing cream on it.
So basically the way that stuff works is like if your skin is already open, you know, the pores have already been opened up, that numbing cream can really work in those areas. But since we're doing this big open area that hasn't been tattooed, like this cheek, it's not going to feel that numbing stuff so much.
Ah, that's interesting. You hear that, guys? This is a numbing cream that works on already tattooed areas, not the new one.
Yeah, there's creams out there that work that you can put on for like an hour or two before, and then it'll like dull the pain when you first start. But then after a while, you know, you're going to start feeling it again. So there's some creams out there that you use during the tattoo, and it'll work really well on already open skin because it can just go straight into your bloodstream and it's right there. But you know, once I like get her whole face opened up and just put a bunch of these flesh tones in there, and then I go to do my lighter stuff, it's layering on top of already tattooed skin, so that's really going to help when it comes to wanting it to be numb. So when I go to do the whites and stuff like that, he's not going to be wanting to shoot me. But I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, she's definitely more tolerant.
Thank goodness. I know this area hurts, man. And it's not like we're doing a little banger too, you know? You're getting real.
Nikki's been tattooing for 5 years now.
Started when I was 19.
Started when she was 19.
Oh shit. I'm going on 6 years. I just turned 25.
Ah,
No.
so it's 6 years.
Almost, yeah, about
Almost.
that. Ah, that's a bummer.
No.
I'm like, oh no, I just realized that. Do you ever forget your age because you feel like you're another?
When you're my age, you totally know how old you are.
Yeah.
Nice, big, beautiful eyes, but extreme amount of brown. No, that brown is, it looks like an extreme amount of brown right now. It's just getting worked and it'll all gonna lighten up. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I do these kind of faces all the time, and there's so much contrast from what we're putting into the skin color that he already has, and it's going to look pretty harsh at first, but once we do the whole thing, then you guys will see that we're putting the right tones in here.
Keldrick says congrats on the 5/6 years.
On the what?
On the 5/6 years of work.
Oh, thank you.
Trip. Nikki is in New York right now and will be here for a very extended period of time.
Yeah, just pretty much moved here.
She just moved here. Weeks ago. Barely.
Like 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a noob.
Super wet, tight work.
Super
Amazing. So beautiful.
Thank you,
I wish I
guys.
was chewing on a stick. I'm talking to you guys.
So much he loves you guys.
Where are you from, Nikki?
I am from Tucson, Arizona. I've lived in LA for the last couple years, but I grew up mostly in Tucson. I was a military brat, so I've been everywhere. And now I'm living in White Plains, and I work down here in the city.
Yep. Kedge. Nikki at Grit and Glory, Megan Massacres, Jernt, down on the Lower East Side. And come in, you can hang out, you can get some work done, you can even buy some clothes.
I love their clothes there.
The owner went to Pueblo High School. Do you know Pueblo High School?
Pueblo.
In Tucson?
What? That's cool. Oh yeah, I went to what owner? They're just saying their owner or something?
No, they just said they went there.
Oh, you did. Okay, cool. I went to Santa Rita.
Nikki went to Santa Rita. You know what that means. The
Well,
name of the place on the Lower East Side is Grit and Glory. Melbourne, welcome aboard.
welcome.
Mike, she doesn't have to go to East Coast Convention. She's here in the East Coast.
I will be doing some East Coast conventions. It's just good to do conventions sometimes. I'm doing the Westchester Tattoo Expo this weekend. Or next weekend, sorry, I lied. Next weekend. And me and the girls from the show are going to be doing a lot of expos next year. We currently have Philly, Baltimore, Chicago, and I think New York planned so far. But we'll get a better idea of where we're going to be going as time goes on. We're kind of living in the show stuff right now, watching that kind of unfold. Those girls I'm talking about are Kelly Doty, Ryan Ashley Malarkey, and Gia Rose. My girls.
That face will lighten up, guys. Don't sweat it.
Oh yeah, they're tripping. Well, and it's not even about it lightening up. They'll see. Once I put in my whites and I have other things going around her, it'll make sense.
Right, there you go. That's really good.
It's just weird
It's
seeing
already,
the
I
process.
could already see it work. You
Yeah.
know what's so weird? There's a delay on this, guys. So when I'm watching,
Sorry.
got to take a break, guys. You're going to be watching, but there's not going to be too much talking right now.
Yeah, we're in that new area on her arm. How much can that tattoo cost? Oh, goodness. Every artist is different.
I see it in the leg, and so I'm watching it on me, and it doesn't hurt when I'm watching it. It's so odd.
Oh yeah, I like to watch myself getting tattooed. It feels so much better.
But
I think it's more of like your brain
No,
is
but here, look.
processing why. Oh,
See, and I
that's
don't
weird.
feel the pain now
What?
because it's the 5-second delay. All right, we got to get you guys back because we got thousands, literally thousands of people watching. Where is that located on your body? Believe it or not, it's on my left stomach and ribs. And don't make any comments about the hair, guys. We've heard them all.
Yeah.
Just don't get old and gross like me.
Oh,
Then you won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, one thing
Sweet.
about this too is she looks really red, but she won't be. I can see the pigments that I'm putting in, and they're very flesh tony. And I think when it's all done and you guys finally see, it's just when we do tattoos like this, it's a process, and it'll look really blotchy at first, and it'll look really weird and dark at first, and then when I start putting in my light tones and everything, it all comes together. Don't trip, y'all.
Ah, Sammy, the creative director of Inked, just came on.
Hey, Sammy.
Well, Christina, you heard it's like the worst area to get done, and it almost kind of is. But I gotta say, we started with, I'm not a big numbing agent guy, but I had to give in to this one, and it's making it that we're going to be able to finish.
It's crazy. It looks so much more red on the phone.
Oh, guys, Nikki just took a look at what the screen is, and she said, "Oh wow, it looks so much redder on the phone." So
Yeah, here
everyone
in person.
that's worried about
No.
that it's too saturated red.
Yeah, there's no red tones I'm putting in this at all. Plus, when we let it kind of sit for a minute, you'll see how everything kind of settles. Yeah, portraits, if you guys watch any portrait tattoos
Please,
getting
Laura,
done, look weird.
don't tell me that, okay?
What did he
Don't.
say?
Laura said, the longer you get tattooed there, the worse it hurts. Trust me. Thanks for those encouraging words.
Thanks, Laura.
Oh, Manuela wants to know how long to start to finish. Probably realistically about 6 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry for the screaming, guys. Keys is smoking marijuana like a Woodstock hippie.
What's that?
I don't know, just throwing out a comment. Yes, I love the stare of the girl, and that's one of the reasons why I asked Nikki if she would do one of her female pieces, because if you look at any of her, a lot of her work, a lot of the female portraits she does, the girls have this very unique stare. It's unique. That's all I can say. You're right. It's hard to define, but it has a lot of emotion, even though there's not what would appear to be a lot of emotion in the face. That's what I love about it. The nose isn't too dark yet. You'll see. I know, Eric. But I didn't, and I don't. But anything would have been pretty good.
I think they're also going to get really confused when I put a bunch of yellow and then a bunch of blues. They'll be like, what? But that's the thing.
It's not dark, Amber. Please. We just said it's the resolution on the, and it is dark in a certain sense, but you haven't seen the highlights yet. Who's recording? It is on a iMac stand. So I am not just laying just there. Ah. Yes, when I breathe, she looks alive, and the breathing is a bit labored at this point. Yes, this beautiful piece is worth all the pain, but it'll be definitely worth all the pain when the pain is stopped. Oh, somebody just instant messaged me that I don't even know. That's kind of cool. Oh no, this is this is my phone. I don't know. A solemn look? I don't know if it's solemn. It is. I don't find sadness in the eyes. That's why I wanted to use the style that Nikki's doing, because it doesn't seem like solemnness.
Oh, they're gonna get so confused right now that I'm putting yellow in here.
Oh no! What is she doing? Yes, we did some numbing agents before, but through 6 hours, it kind of, 4 hours in, it kind of wore off. But we're actually using, and we will again. I'm going to ask Nikki to use it. This stuff out of Spain, where you work in after you start, and it works on the areas that have already been tattooed, and it does help. It's kind of short-lived, but or unless Nikki right now is working in an area that is kind of virgin to the needle right now. Dre, it's been hours. It's probably like 4.
Yeah, we're doing like a yellow highlight against the side of her face, because this flame is going to have a lot of yellow emanating off of it, so it's going to be like highlighting against her skin the color that the flame is. In case you guys wonder why the hell I'm putting yellow.
Wow, Dennis, you are the man. 14 hours straight with cartoon on the wrist. I gotta take a little bit. She's getting right next to my solar plexus, and it's knocking the wind out of me too.
Yeah, just hang out for a little bit.
A second.
I can look at some stuff here and there and see if I can answer anything.
But don't delay it too much.
Oh, it looks so dark on the camera. Oh my god, that's crazy.
What size mag?
This is a 15 mag.
I'm screaming, guys, because we're in a spot that's really. Oof.
Looks so dark on the camera.
I lost my brush. I'm gonna have to reboot on my end. Got a lot of people, so I got over 5,000. Oh, here we go with that. That Spanish stuff is not going to work here, right?
What's that?
That stuff from Spain, that's not going to do anything for us right now?
We can do it again. The only thing is, when we use too much numbing cream, it can,
It can wrap up, whatever. We're going to have to use some a little bit later again if you don't mind.
Of course.
It's no one in particular. It's an amalgamation of a bunch of people. And that's specifically because I have a tattoo of my wife, and I didn't want another female that had any kind of significance other than her own beauty and, I may never get my mom, but, or maybe Nikki, but nobody else. After this, no Nikki tattoo stuff. Alright guys, I think you can surely see how it is coming together now. I know the color is off on the camera, on the phone. Yeah, we have, Sandy, you just checked in, but we have definitely been talking about Nikki being in New York and being at Grit and Glory, and they can definitely check her out. Lower East Side, Grit and Glory, Megan Massacre's shop. Look it up anywhere, and you will definitely be able to jump on and find out where she is.
You know, find me at Nikki Simpson Tattoos on Instagram.
Yeah, Nikki Simpson Tattoos, plural, on Instagram. It's a great way to check out what she's working on, and you can reach out to her there, but that's not the best place for her contact. Her best contact is actually email, and that would be
Nikki Simpson Tattoos at gmail.com.
so it's the same as the Instagram, except it's at gmail.com. Sorry guys. Sorry I'm losing your comments for a second. Back to you guys. Guys, I don't see your question. Well, I will find them in a minute.
Really cool to see them being so nice on the internet. I'm used to the opposite as of lately.
Well, you got to remember, I'm censoring it slightly.
Oh,
but
nice.
Slightly. I probably had 3 negatives since we started rolling way back this afternoon. So I believe me, and I've done this a lot of times, and sometimes it's
I'm like, the internet's
a lot.
being very gracious today.
Sammy brings up a good point. What kind of tattoos are you looking to do? So, like if...
So I really love doing these type of tattoos. Anything with, like, faces and girls is, like, that's really the thing that is so fun to me. If it's not that kind of stuff, I love doing ornamental, kind of filigree work, floral tattoos. I love doing feminine stuff. I'm also known for doing a lot of, like, space and galactic, crazy, bright, colorful stuff. That's probably some of the stuff that I'm most known for is the galactic stuff. I did these tattoos on this girl's thighs last year that's all space, and after that happened, people were like, ooh, I gotta go to Nikki for space, and I was like, alright, let's ride this wave. Cool. People like space tattoos, I guess. But anything like kind of neo-traditional, I love doing color. I can do color and black and gray. I think it's just, colors where I enjoy myself the most, Do you have any preference on her eye color?
Whatever's going to be most dramatic. Nikki's asking me preference on eye color. We got a few minutes before she hits the eyes, so does anybody out there have a idea of what color eyes you think would look best against this? Now, granted, you got to remember it's not as red as you guys are seeing.
It is not. It looks so red in the video. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at it right now.
Well, Shelly, if you got a full back piece that needs color, you can reach out to Nikki at Nikki Simpson Tattoos at gmail.com.
Yes, man.
And if it's a full back piece and you're somewhere in the New York area, maybe, she could guest spot at a shop that's by you and finish that piece right there. Oh, aqua green, purple, aqua green. Everyone's a lot of greens. So
yeah,
how about we
definitely.
go with the greens?
I think that's a good idea because we're going to be doing a lot of warm tones. So something like green and on the cool side would be a nice contrast.
You know what? We're going to go with green, but Kathleen, the bright blue on black, that's always really cool too. But I think we're going to go with the green. Blue against black, that's awesome. But we're going to go green. But not that it looks kind of like she's wearing green contacts. Because as you can tell, another reason why I love Nikki's work, but commenting specifically about the female work is her women are timeless, so it kind of can't really tell what era we're looking at. So right, James, not nuclear green. That's the one.
No.
Yeah, we can do that.
We
You know
can-
what, Roger? The reference is nothing. Can we show you the reference? All right, you want to see the reference?
The
But
reference is like,
it's not really.
oop, shit.
I don't see it there.
We're pretty much using a lot of the same things, but I change it. You know, I'm not trying to do a color portrait right now,
This is odd.
but we're gonna use the same colors going on and.
Okay, that's the reference. As you can see, it's mostly for the light source and stuff like that,
And the positioning
and her positioning. Right. You know, Nikki, if we're in an area, if you could just put a little bit, maybe, if we're in an area
Sure,
that's
yeah.
already been done.
Of course.
But I don't want to overuse it because I know we got a lot left to do.
Yeah.
Yes, Jillian. The tattoo is, I'm not saying anything disparaging about the girl that's in the photograph, but yes, the interpretation is, and you're not insulting me, I don't know that woman. We're actually putting some numbing cream on right now, which oddly enough, or ironically enough,
Stings when you
stings
first
when
put
you
it
first
on.
put it on. So don't run, guys. No, it doesn't look like the reference. You're right.
No.
But it wasn't supposed to. It was more for positioning and.
We're not trying to do
Light
realism
source.
here.
And it's just taking just a bit break. I see where you guys are jumping ship.
Spray one
Don't
more
jump
time.
ship. We're ready. We're ready to jump back on. Now I'm even getting some Bactine. Anybody that's had some rib work done kind of knows what the scoop is right now. So it's you guys ready? Thank you for all the compliments. And Nikki's thanking, not me. Nikki's thanking you for all the compliments.
Thank you, guys.
Do all the tattoo artists use numbing cream? Okay, Nikki will answer that. Numbing cream's kind of,
Not necessarily. Some people like using it just because it, keeps their clients a little bit more comfortable. Some people are really against it for their own reasons. Every artist is different. I try to keep. I do suggest using it, but that's just because I'd use it. I suggest using it in areas where it's like really necessary. Like somewhere like around here, or your feet, or really gnarly areas. I do recommend using it, and I recommend it once you've already had tattoos. I think you should probably pay a couple dues and get some normal, non-numbed up tattoos at first, just to know exactly what it feels like and what you're
Absolutely.
doing. But he's got a lot of tattoos already. He knows what he's getting himself into. It's just, we want to make sure this is the most comfortable experience possible, and it's not.
and believe me, dude,
Torturing him.
even with the numbing cream, it is far from painless.
Yeah, it just kind of dulls it.
And Shelly, don't worry about that pen. It is Nikki, Nikki Simpson tattoos at gmail.com. Emily asked a good question. Do you ever use numbing cream on Ink Master?
I did once, but I can't really promote it on the show or anything, so.
Roger, I have to address those hair questions. Believe it or not, that section of my body does not have hair.
Yeah, we're not going to try and do a bearded lady or anything.
It's probably one of the few. What rotary are you using?
This is a Spectra, or FK Spectra Direct 2.
Yeah, FK Iron Spectra Direct 2. It's, I don't know how new it is, but it's new to Nikki.
Pretty new. I know that much. That's what I got. It's pretty new.
Oh yeah, you know what, Michael? I'm going to say yeah, but I'll let Nikki answer this. Michael wants to know: do you suggest numbing cream for work on a sternum?
Yeah. I mean, I would suggest it. It's gonna be pretty brutal on your sternum.
Michael, I got to tell you, I never had work done on my ribs before, all over my arms and stuff. I would say because when it hits the bone, that vibrates throughout your entire rib cage. So that's a kind of an odd feeling, and it's kind of disconcerting. So your sternum is just 100% bone under there, and it's going to emanate throughout. So yeah, you might want to. Yes, the contouring in the face, and that contouring in the face is going to be further highlighted when the candle is lit, in quotes, when we light that candle, because that's where that light source is coming from. Oh man, that's sticky, that's very nice.
Is it helping?
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
Now Nikki was going to make a comment about using too much numbing cream, and what's...
Sometimes, sometimes it's not too good to use too much numbing cream because it makes your skin a little bit tough and it's a little harder to get that ink in there if you use too much, and then you'll be experiencing a little bit more pain. And if we're trying to work past your skin kind of shutting down, you'll end up, scabbing and having a really rough heal. Nobody wants that.
Well, we're not at the overuse mark yet, right?
No, if your skin starts to give me a hard time, I'll let you know.
Somebody wants to know, do you do any horse tattoos?
Horses, yeah.
Yes, and do you do them 100% realistic, or is it neo-realistic when you do?
I kind of like to stick with my style. I know what I'm good at. And I like to do things with lines. That's just me, That's
Right.
just my style. It's what I believe in, and that's what I think is going to make the best result coming out of me. There's people that are great at that style, but I know what I can do, and this is what I like to do.
Roger wants to know what type of needles.
Type of needles, I'm switching between Needle Jig Legacy cartridges and T-Tech cartridges.
And do you see a difference in needles?
Yes, there's a huge difference in needles. The quality of the needle in the first place, the quality of the cartridge itself, how...
Okay, so what would a poor quality needle cartridge or needle give you as opposed to this is Sammy just said.
Cool. I would say when looking for needles, you want to make sure that, I've had some needles that will literally, the cartridge will fall apart in the middle of a tattoo, and I'm like, that's a clear like thing, like, all right, this needle sucks. There's a lot of different factors. It's just really what feels good to you. I can't really say, like, what is quality and what's not. There's the obvious ones, like, oh, this thing fell apart. Okay, this isn't going to work. And that happens more often than not, where you could get some dull needles. You could get some needles that are kind of barbed. You could run into a lot of different things when you're looking at different types of needles. And
do you have a standard hourly rate, or does it kind of depend on the piece? Some of it. Roughly.
It depends on where I am. I have an hourly rate in New York.
Contact Nikki.
Yeah.
Neely or Melly asked an interesting question. How did you figure out what you were good at when it comes to the type of tattooing you do?
Well, when I grew up, I was always drawing ladies. I was literally like that little girl in Interview with a Vampire, just like drawing pretty women all the time, and it took a while for me to get the anatomy of a face right when I first started like tattooing these things and getting the skin tones right and doing all that stuff. But once I did a really good one, I was really stoked on it, and I just knew that I wanted to run with that because that felt like me, and I enjoyed every part of the tattoo, and it just kind of flowed. It felt right. And I like tattooing what I like to look at, and some of my favorite artists are mainly, like lady faces and...
Joshua might have made the disparaging comment earlier on. I didn't see it, but he was cool, and he wrote back, my bad, great job, girl, talent at its finest.
Well, so, thank you.
So that's a big man to come around and say.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I wonder, was it about the tattoo or about me?
I don't know. I didn't see the comment. I see his...
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you had seen it.
No, I didn't, but he made reference that he must have said something earlier.
It's all good. I mean, one thing in hoping that, when I start meeting a lot more people after this show has been happening, I want them to see that I'm not necessarily that person they see on TV. And, I would, that's one important thing to me, is for people to know that I'm not that kind of person in my normal life. I don't think you'd be getting tattooed by me if I was reacting on how I do it on the show. But that's TV.
Bobby, contact Nikki at NikkiSimpsonTattoos.com. Don't worry about price right now. Just contact her. We don't know, just contact her.
Do that stuff.
And when you contact her, to speed up the process, Nikki Simpson Tattoos @gmail.com. Include some low-res images. Don't bog the email down with 20 meg images, but this way she has an idea. Obviously, don't just say, oh, this is, just throw in a couple images, and that'll really help speed things along, and she'll know if it's a style that that works for her and you.
Grab another ink color right now. It looks so red on that thing, but it's cool.
It still looks good, even on there. So the little pauses, Nikki's going to get, if you would see her, maybe she'll put her ink, what would you call that, Nikki, where your inks are being held?
A little tattoo station.
Yeah, a little station. She'll bring the ink wells. You can see how many are there, and she still needs another one, so she's stepping away to get one. So while Nikki's away, you guys could take this opportunity to insult me, and then when you come back, then you can be nice to Nikki again.
Yeah, I think I have about 28 inks poured out right now.
Okay, so we're working actually with 28 different colors right now. No, you know what, Frida? I'm going to let Nikki answer it, but Nikki obviously is all tatted up, and I have a few at least. But would you recommend getting a large tattoo as the first one? I think you know the answer to that, but we'll let Nikki say it.
I wouldn't recommend it just because, you don't know how you handle tattoos yet. You don't know, the whole process, and you don't want to, bite off more than you can chew. I would... And, our tastes change over time. I don't know if she's younger or older or anything like that, but, my first tattoo was big, and it was on my, my half sleeve. It was and I got that as my first tattoo, and now, the tattoo's not terrible. It's just my tastes have changed, and tattooing got so much better, and I know how I can handle sitting now, and, I would just go with a medium to small size tattoo. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready. I was just trying to block my grossness while you weren't.
Oh my goodness.
Right now, she doesn't visit Australia, but she is looking to pick up her convention tour schedule. And, you know, if you go to her Instagram page, you will see what she's up to. She is using Fusion ink.
Oh, right now I'm using World Famous.
Oh, we switched over to World Famous.
Yeah, I use Fusion, but we're using the inks here, and we are using World Famous ink.
Jennifer Vega wants to know, what is your favorite style of tattoos?
Neo-traditional for sure.
Neo-traditional.
Yeah. That's my jam.
Jonathan, I'm going to answer this. What do you recommend putting on sleeve tattoos? That's got to be personal, man. It's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't worry, the tattoo artist, because you're going to go to a good one, you're going to get sleeves. You know, they'll interpret what you want the way you want it. Mem or meme or meme. Nikki is in New York City right now and will be for a while. But so check her out at her Instagram is Nikki Simpson. It's tattoos, right?
Yep.
Nikki Simpson tattoos. And so she's moving around in terms of guest spots or stuff like that. You can find her if you happen not to be in New York. If you are in New York, it's Grit and Glory in the Lower East Side. Oh gosh, Corey, I don't know if this is for you. I don't know if this is for Nikki or me. I think it's how would you compare line work to shading?
Wait, in what way? Like,
I don't know, but to me, line work hurts. I don't know.
oh, pain-wise.
Yeah, pain-wise.
Everyone's different. I personally think that line work hurts a little bit more. I think people think shading hurts more because a lot of times you start with line work and then, your skin gets a little raw and then you go in there with shading, and the bulk of the tattoo is normally shading. So that's probably one reason why people think it hurts. Or some people think the opposite, and they just think it hurts because it hurts. But I would much rather sit for 5 hours of shading than 5 hours of lining. I think just because it's like more concentrated in one tiny little area,
Yeah.
We're making good headway on this, though.
So you know why? This section is rough. This doesn't have anything happening. Where are we? We're on the shoulder?
What's that? Yep, we're doing her shoulder now. Because I'm not done with her face. I still have to do a lot of the light tones, but I kind of work dark to light, so unfortunately there is a lot of jumping back and forth because we gotta like build up our tones. Using the big needle now.
Hi guys, any questions? Side hurts like a mother, Blair. You are correct, sir.
What'd he say?
He said, sides hurt like a mother.
Hell yeah, you are earning like gangster points right now.
A few guys were pissed off at me though because of the nomination.
Whatever. Who cares?
Take it like a man. And
they probably don't have.
But
yeah, those guys probably don't have giant tattoos in horrible areas. Like it's one thing, but you've paid your dues. You have plenty of tattoos at this point. If you want to sit through a whole tattoo, these things hurt, and I think it's silly that people sometimes, deny the fact that they can be painful, because it's normal human stuff.
No, Brandon says a nice tan would go with that tat. I know, dude. Pale, NYC, winter. Well, I came from the summer, but when you work 70 hours a week, nothing much time for the fun in the sun.
I have to disagree. I think a pale canvas is going to let your colors be brighter.
Yeah. No, I think he was just commenting on
Oh,
that.
because you're really pale.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, Blair, that dragging full length of my side, man. That props go out to you. That's gotta be rough, man. Is that a flat or a magnum needle? And what size?
This is a 27 curved bug pin mag.
Okay, Nick wants to know how'd you get into tattooing and what is your favorite? Well, we'll answer those. We answered them a few times, but Nick, you might have just jumped on. So, how did you get into tattooing? And quickly, what was your favorite tattoo?
How to get into tattooing? I've always been an artist, and I got a portfolio together and just kind of walked into the shop that I had heard best things about and told them that this is what I want to do. And I apprenticed for a year and did whatever the hell they told me to do. And yeah, it just seemed like the only thing that I could ever imagine myself doing is something in the arts. You're doing really, really, really good.
Catherine wants to know. This is interesting. Can a cover-up be done in black and white if the tattoo is black and white?
Totally.
She said totally. Totally. But I got to tell you another thing, Catherine. I don't know how big your piece is. I just had some laser done on a black tattoo, a panther, and in one session, more than like 50% of it came out. So that hurt too, though. But if it's if you can deal with it, or you can access it, or you want to spend the money, it wasn't really too much. I don't remember. Sorry for the wincing as I'm talking. And all you have to do, guys, is say, Paul, shut up for a little bit, and I will be quiet. And you guys can just watch. So. If you guys want me to be quiet, if I'm just annoying you the way I'm talking, then I will do that.
How dare you act like you're in pain? You're doing great.
What kind of tattoo should you put over a hip scar?
Oh, I mean, it's really whatever your taste is.
Sorry guys, I'll move that up a little. Just trying to cover as much of my body.
Whatever you're into, talk it over with your artist, and they'll let you know if that's a realistic idea.
So you don't want to see that, guys. Oh, Anthony, why do you bring that up? Because I'm pretty close to that now. Anthony wants to know, have you ever had ever had someone pass out while working on it?
Yes, I have. That happens a lot when people haven't eaten a good enough meal before they got tattooed. Their blood sugar is really low, and their bodies are just not equipped at the right moment for it. Sometimes it just gets to be too painful. But the only times where people have passed out on me is because they ended up not eating a good meal beforehand.
And Nikki, I'm gonna have to ask you to just wipe it real quick.
To do what?
Okay, just throw some. Oh wow, Kathleen, that's a question. Kathleen is saying that she's allergic to most inks.
Well, that sucks.
So, I guess the best. Look, I'm not a doctor. I don't really know how. I guess if you really want to be a serious collector and you would have to bring your ink to an allergist or something and have him different inks. You know, you can go to your tattoo supplier or something, get one bottle of each, and see if they can kind of tell you why your skin is reacting to certain inks, what they're made of, and maybe find a brand or a color that your body won't react badly to.
So, this is just for me to talk to you. Now what I have to do is like a little bit more touches in the face. I can go into the candle now if you want, if you can make it, yeah?
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm just getting some reference really quick.
Because what I suggest we do, Nikki's asking me if I could finish this tonight, and so I'm gonna say yeah, we're gonna finish it.
We're gonna try.
No, we'll finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. I estimate what, an hour, right?
To finish this, well, probably an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
You know, we'll have to see how long the veil takes. I'm gonna take things one thing at a time.
Okay. So we'll do the candle, right? Face and candle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. You know what?
But we're not done with the face. The thing is, I gotta like do the same kind of tones that are in her face that are gonna be in the candle. I would go in and put a bunch of like lighter tones in her face right now, but I want to avoid any kind of temporary staining. So I'm gonna have to go back into the face when we finally do all the lights in this tattoo, all the lighter tones. So it's all a bunch of layering and working dark to light.
Okay, so do we check out for a little while and check back? Or you want to keep going?
I mean, you can keep going. I'm going to start doing the candle so it's a different thing to look at.
Okay, yeah, so now we're going to work on a different section, the candle. Now, this, I don't know. We're going to see if I can... We can't put numbing agent or anything on this. This is totally fresh.
How's that feel?
It's a little bit hard to talk. You just did the top of the flame?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't really talk during this right
That's
now.
fine.
You want to not go, guys?
That's okay.
I'm just gonna let it roll. We're not gonna talk for a little bit. All right, and then we're gonna check back in a little while.
Where is the most awkward place you had to put a tattoo?
All right, you know what? Nikki's gonna.
Yeah, I can see
gonna,
that. The
okay.
phone is like right above my eyes. I don't want to check the whole time. But,
Yes, please don't.
most awkward place? Well, I mean, that's the thing is I don't really have to tattoo anything I don't want to tattoo. I'd probably have to say like...
Well, maybe it didn't have to be awkward because it was embarrassing, but maybe the position on the body. Like,
yeah, the position, yeah. I think like, right, this guy's super, super inner thigh and his balls were, you know, always in the way. And I was like, oh, probably got to hold those guys up for a little bit. And that was probably the most awkward, but I don't...
What was that tattoo?
It was like a lady face, actually. He wanted it like right on his inner thigh, and his package was like kind of like hanging down and like touching my hand while I was tattooing. I was like, you need to hold those bad boys up. So that was probably the most awkward, but...
Was he completely covered?
Yeah, he was. It was just like he wanted a piece and he didn't have that much free space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he came to me without many tattoos and asked to put it there, I'd be like, well, might I suggest you not? But that's what happens when you end up tattooing collectors, you know, they end up with like, you know, very obscure spaces available, and skin is skin to me, you know, it doesn't really matter. I think it was, and this guy was my buddy, so it didn't really matter. I was like, oh, this is kind of awkward, but, you know, you move past it. I can tattoo anything, it doesn't matter.
Kathleen, thank you for that compliment. And it's Vicky who rocks. I'm just grinning and bearing it.
He's going through a lot right now, guys. We both rock. Thank you.
I'm checking it with you.
Oh, you're good. I just want your head to be in the game, you know?
Yeah, you know what? Distraction's good too.
Good. As long as it helps.
Tina. How do you feel about tattooing someone's neck?
Neck? I love tattooing necks. I would only really tattoo someone's neck unless they were heavily tattooed, because, you know, a lot of people feel the way they feel about it, but the way I look at it, what I'm doing to my client is a lot of my responsibility, you know. Any kind of tattoo on the neck can really hinder their abilities to get, you know, certain jobs. And I'm not gonna, you know, I remember somebody came in one day who had barely any tattoos, and they asked for something on their neck, and I said, come back when you have 2 full sleeves, you know. Because it's exciting to want to be tattooed, but it's really a lifestyle, and people will perceive you a certain way. Those judgmental people can be that way, and some places of work don't let that happen, you know. They won't let you have certain tattoos, and I think I would love to tattoo necks whenever I see them, you know, well established and pretty heavily tattooed. I mean, shit, I'm not even ready to get my neck tattooed, but that's just, you know, that's just me.
Can I do one thing?
Yeah.
Can you work like that?
Uh-huh. So for you to see, we're doing like a red into orange fade around it. And then that's going to reflect that yellow color onto her face. And the flame itself will be like a whitish yellow.
Dude that was saying about the sternum, you definitely should put the numbing, because this is the closest to the sternum that I've been, and it's rough, man. It's like hollow under there, and it just like fucking goes, oh, sorry for the curse. It just like goes right through your body. No,
Sorry,
the hand's not gonna come back, Joe, and it's you know what, Joe, I gotta take a break. 1 second, I just gotta move a second. This one's like,
whatever feels better.
where are we?
We're right there.
Okay. I'll just get through it. Okay.
I think this is a side of tattooing, you know, not many people see is like that struggle, because we're pretty deep into this thing. And these things hurt. You're good. Don't even, yep.
We're good?
Yeah, you were good in the first place.
Okay. I just thought I was blocking something.
Actually, it was better where it was. There we go.
Yeah, especially since we're working on the candles now. And then I'm gonna ask Nikki that when she does her first pass on the candle, since that skin's gonna be open.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna ask for numbing agent, man. And believe me, dude, I've had kidney stones, so I can tolerate pain. For me to be so obsessed with this numbing agent thing every once in a while, I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe I am not.
You're good,
Look, the
dude.
fact is, the chemist may not be ready for surgery, like most of them. Oh no, Nikki definitely. This gentleman was proud that you said that you're not just going to take everybody's, work if you don't think that they're ready for the piece. No matter how much they're willing to pay for it, it's not going to happen with you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to ruin anyone's life over here.
I don't know if you can answer this. Katya wants to know. Oh no, you can answer this. Katya says, originally when you got there, which team did you want to be on, Nunez or Peck?
Oh, Nunez.
She wanted to be on Nunez.
Yeah. I walked in there and I was like, oh man, there's teams? I hope I'm on Nunez's. Nothing against Oliver. I just, so I wanted...
So Katya's question refers to Ink Master. I know we have a lot of people all over the world. I'm not sure. I know the show's international, but I'm not sure if maybe some of you guys don't get international. So
I'm not sure how. You know.
this is an interesting question. Leslie wants to know, what's your opinion on artists signing their work?
I've been asked to do that a couple times, and I don't. You know, some artists do. Nothing against the artists that do it. I just don't feel comfortable doing that because these tattoos, it's not about me. It's really not about me. I just feel awkward doing it. I've signed my name on some of my friends because it was just a silly thing to do, but not like, look at this tattoo signed by Nikki. Like, this is somebody's skin. It's not on a wall. You know, you want to give this person some completion and make sure that it's just something complementing their body and it looks cool, not necessarily stamping their body with what you want to do.
Tammy's asking a question. I don't know. Nick, this is not Nikki's style, and I don't want to speak for Nikki, but I'm going to ask her the question. And she says, how difficult are 3D tattoos?
3D?
I guess like ultra realistic 3D.
I guess like super realistic. It's a niche style, you know. For me, I can do some realistic tattoos, or 3D, I guess is what you want to call it. I just prefer to do things with line work just because that, in my opinion, I want to give somebody a tattoo that's really going to stand strong and bold, and it's going to last. And a lot of the elements that you need to make sure a tattoo is going to stay looking like that is line, you know, not always, but, you know, lines that aren't necessarily there in reality, or a lot more black that isn't necessarily there in reality. Working on skin is totally different than painting on a canvas. It ages and the ink disperses and fades. And
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something. I gotta run and get the charger for my phone. Now, I don't know if you want, I don't know, some of you people might not even know. Do we want to tilt up, Nikki? Do you want to address the camera straight on for a few minutes? No?
Sure.
Yes? I'm putting
Just
you on
gonna
the
talk
spot.
to people?
Yes, so you can look at my phone and then look at the charger. And what
Here,
I'll do-
yeah, hang on.
So all you're going to do is you're going to get to talk to Nikki face to face right now. This is a rare occurrence.
I'm a little
So
sweaty.
hang on, and I am going to run a dart out and get the charger for my phone.
Here it is.
And,
Here, lift up your foot for me.
Lift up. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so get ready to see Nikki face to face. Okay, so
Just
there's
spray
that.
down a little bit.
Oh, great. I'll always take that. So, then spray down. You guys are running, man. Don't run. You're going to get to see Nikki in a second, please.
Oh.
You guys aren't listening. You guys are not listening. Who would pass up a chance? I'm just going to be literally 5 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, so you don't, okay, you can just hop up then.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
All right, so let's get you. You look great, Nikki. Don't worry about that. Okay, guys, hold on. Now, there's who you've been
All right.
watching work all this time.
Yeah, that's probably crooked to them, huh? Whoa, okay, cool.
Got a bit of a
Now I
delay.
can see, oh, hey, wait. There we go.
There she is.
Okay.
Don't ask any dirty questions. Be nice, guys.
All right, guys. Well, so this is my setup. If you guys want to see, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm kind of a little bit of a chaotic mess. Not necessarily. Oh shit, wrong one. See, I'm so smart. Can't really see the setup behind me. Hang on. Sorry, guys. And look at me just making a wonderful example out of this. So yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, he's just taking a break right now. Where am I based out of? I am currently in New York. I just moved from LA to New York, and now I'm kind of guest spotting around until I settle down. I'm working at Grit and Glory in the Lower East Side. Keep up the fight on Ink Master. Thank you. I totally had like a dumb moment. I was using this phone as like a camera. Clearly my head is in the tattoo. Thank you. I will keep the fight up. Why did everyone leave? He had to go get his phone charger.
I'm back, and we're back for tattooing.
Yeah. We're back. I do amazing new school. Oh, I have to disagree, but thank you.
They left because
Opinions on artists. I already read that. How do we get in with you? You send me an email to Nikki Simpson Tattoos at gmail.com. You can find me at Nikki Simpson Tattoos on Instagram, and you can look up Nikki Simpson on Facebook. But emailing is the best way to go. Cool. So now he's back. We're in business. Enough about my face. That's enough. Cool. All right. How long have I been tattooing? 5 years. 5.5 years. I'm gonna have to pour some. So, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's gonna be back on the tattoo. Or no?
No.
You alright?
Yeah, wrong charge.
See, this is live, guys. Not everything is gonna be completely perfect. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. You can't really see the setup right now, but sorry guys, just taking a little break. If you have any questions, I'm still here.
Now we are ready to rock again, guys. So I thought you would like that little break with Nikki.
I'm so boring for them. Okay.
Got to see who's the beauty behind the work. And now you get to look at my lovely stomach again, which I'm sure everybody has been dying to do.
Cool.
But we have to flip this.
Would love to do a Slipknot for my boy Corey. That is my favorite band.
See? Are we in position?
Yeah. Okay, here's that.
Super. Oh.
Now.
All right.
Going to bring it back. Cool.
You're back. There's a little delay, so that's why you guys are.
Yeah, that delay threw me off.
Yeah, delay throws you off. Come on, come back.
Oops.
I think you have it upside down.
No, it's on. It isn't on. No, wait, no, see.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we're good.
We're back. See, guys? See the progress? All right. We're up to the candle. All right. You can see where that light source was coming from now. I really should have covered up the horrible hair on my body for you guys.
Oh my
You
goodness.
guys could have concentrated on.
Who cares? Who cares?
That's kind of odd. Okay. All right. We got to pick this up again. You guys are been very patient. And so you might as well ask some questions while Nikki gloves up again. You know.
All right, man.
There we go. You can hear that buzz. We all know what that means. And we are.
How's that feel? You all right? I know, it's quite the delay.
Okay. We're good. Longest session that Nikki has ever done.
The longest I've ever tattooed was 10 hours.
10 hours. That's a lot. And what was it?
There's a giant phoenix outline on this guy's back.
All right, let me jump on this. Kareem, if you are in New York City, don't worry about the waiting list. Nikki just got here. She's working people in as she can get them in, so she will get you in. She wants to develop. You know, she loves New York. She's actually said that, and she's taking this as an opportunity to meet New Yorkers as much as do work here. So contact Nikki at Nikki Simpson Tattoos. That's a plural at gmail.com, and she'll get you in. All right. Okay, why no music? That's a great question. If we put music on, since we don't have the rights to the music, Facebook will shut us down. So we can't do that. This is a good question. Stephanie wants to know, do you feel that some states are more accepting or tolerant of tattoos than others?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely true. I run into a lot more. I mean, when I travel and I hit certain cities, I'm definitely treated differently in certain places. I mean, the Midwest, I tend to get a little bit more eyeballs. And, you know, the West Coast, like LA and stuff, like where I used to live, everybody's got tattoos out there. Everybody's got their style going on. Nobody really bats an eye. But, in the Bible Belt area, definitely, people treat me a little bit differently. But that's fine. I asked for it. Eventually, we'll live in a society where it's so normal, nobody even looks twice, you know. And it is that way in a lot of big cities. It's definitely that way here. There's too many people here. Nobody really cares to focus on that. Yeah.
A lot of questions, a lot of people asking about coming to Australia. And I have a question for you, Australians. Why is that? You guys don't have a shortage of good artists in Australia, do you?
Oh no, they're all
a disproportionate amount of people asking.
They're all like.
I know, Dallas. I know. Oh, let's cover up there. We don't want to see that.
I mean, I definitely plan to go to Australia. Are you trying to bring it lower?
No, I'm trying to get it back. Oh, that.
What you doing?
Look.
You're good. Just kind of.
Yeah, you're all right there?
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. Just chill. I mean, I plan to come to Australia sometime. I would love to. There's some amazing tattooers out there that I would love to just, you know, work around. And gonna see the world, you know, eventually, someday. I travel mainly in the States, but I'm kind of staying put in New York here for a little bit. The places I frequent the most are California, like, you know, LA, Boston. I hit a lot.
You know, eventually, someday.
And Hawaii. I go to Hawaii every year. And Arizona. You okay?
Yeah. Froze up. Nikki, we gotta reposition it.
Well, I can see what it's doing right now.
Oh, it's good now?
Well, that's where you moved it. Yeah. That's better.
It's better than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is this a portrait of something you created? No, it's something that Nikki created. It's not of somebody who actually exists. And I gotta tell you, I'm monitoring this on my phone. No, man, don't worry about it, Cheryl. I'm cool with it. Just I don't want you guys to have to stare at it. Okay, let's keep it going. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm experiencing a little bit of pain in this area, so hence why I'm gasping as I'm speaking to you. I want you to get a better angle on. She looks a little distorted here, and she's not. It's just the way I'm all twisted on the table. What about the deep south, Tampa? We need to see you out here.
I would love to. I would love to go over there. I think I'm going to be hitting the convention circuit a lot next year. So I'm going to be hitting a lot of the states that I've never really been to.
Ah, Damien, you know it, man. You know it. That's why I am gasping. This is a rough one right here. Ah. Like I say, man, anybody who wants to hear me shut up, I understand. So, if I am annoying with my grunting and groaning and gas, then just say the word, and I'll cool it for a bit. Till the numbing cream comes back. That's
Yeah, we're doing all new skin right now. I can't
really. You're right, Rick, man, but some seem a little bit more tender than others. Ah! Corey wants to know, do you notice that clients bleed more on shading?
Depends on the client, really. Some people are bleeders, some people aren't. I think it also depends on, you know, how much trauma you're putting to the skin. It's really dependent on the artist also. Sometimes people are just bleeders. He's not necessarily bleeding any more or less than he should. He's got pretty normal skin.
I gotta shift position, guys, a little bit. Okay.
Cool.
I'm just waiting for her to move down that candle a little. I think that's gonna be a little bit easier to deal with than where we are right now.
I know.
Yeah, you are correct.
What do you say?
I don't know, Aves, if that's the correct pronunciation. He said, I know it hurts, but it's painfully good coming from a beautiful tattoo artist. That definitely makes it easier.
Thank you. Yeah, at this point, I'm sure they can tell now, you know. The skin gets so tender, just even touching it can kind of suck. And it's also a really sensitive area, you know, like people get tickled down there and it's sensitive. This shit's no joke.
April wants to know, worst type of skin possibly on heavier people or older people? I fall into the latter category, so.
Your skin doesn't, actually it doesn't,
Nikki's saying there's really not much of a difference.
well, she's asking if there's a difference between older.
Oh yes,
like
so you
what's
asking
worse?
between? Are you asking between heavier and older, or
Like what is
what we
worse,
consider?
the tattoo?
Yeah, or just average skin as opposed to what we would consider skin on a heavier person or an older person.
I just need to know what she's talking about. I'm a bit confused.
Well, do you notice any? We're gonna have to let Liz roll a little bit, or Nikki's gonna have to take some questions.
Okay, I can. You know, what's the worst skin to tattoo on? Like on heavier people or older people? Okay, that's the question. I'd probably say I don't want to say worse because it's, you know, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad for being exactly who they are, but the more difficult skin to tattoo, I feel like would be older skin. Namely on, you know, like people in their 60s or something. That can be, their skin tends to be a lot thinner and a little bit more leathery and harder. You know, sometimes it's so thin that it almost looks like it wants to cut open. So it's a little, you got to be a lot more gentle with those people. Heavier people, I mean, yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult, like stretching the skin. But I've tattooed so many different types of people. It's all kind of, you learn to adapt to whatever body part you're working with, whatever kind of canvas you're doing.
Devorah, it is definitely more painful than a blood test.
Oh, no, I would rather.
Catherine, I know you're saying I'll have fun going to sleep, but believe me, the pain will be less than it is now, so that will be, it'll be painful, but it won't be as painful as it is right now. So, I will gladly take less pain. I know there's not going to be no pain. Ah, man. Guys, I am,
Here,
I gotta take a break, guys.
Yeah,
I'm gonna...
honestly, just chill. You can just let me look at it. It's all good. Don't overstress yourself. Just breathe. I can see everything that they're saying. I am never getting a tattoo. Somebody says, good for you. Be different, I guess. But, you know, I think a lot of people that don't have tattoos, and they're seeing this part of this side to it, you know, how, well, you know, it hurts. People really do pay their dues when they get tattooed. It does not feel good. Especially in this area. I think it's probably a good thing and a bad thing that we're showing this, you know, it does suck. But he is a tough sitter. I would have tapped out a while ago. The pain is euphoric. Good for you. I have to disagree. I'm glad that it's euphoric for you. Some people really like it. I am not one of those people, and I think you can get, like, you know, kind of a buzz from it a little bit sometimes. Like, you know, you're happy you're getting tattooed, and it gets a little bit numb from over time, but I've been getting tattooed so many times now that it's not fun. But it's worth it. It's completely worth it. The pain only happens once. And however many other times you decide to get tattooed. Is there a tattoo you wouldn't do? Yeah, I wouldn't tattoo anything that I feel would be an irresponsible choice, you know, if it's something derogatory, or something that's in a very, very visible area on somebody who's not very heavily tattooed. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do something unless, you know, when I'm on the show, I have to do things that I don't normally do. I wouldn't do something if I have no idea how to do it, if I knew that I could hand off that client to somebody. You're gonna have to move your arm. If I knew I could hand off that tattoo to somebody who's more than qualified to do it. I love that girl said, I am never getting tattooed. That's so funny. Well, it's cool she follows the page, because it's something she finds fascinating. And have you stay as still as you can.
This one's... I know in theory it's not supposed to, but you want to just try it, throwing it on there.
Yeah.
I just got off some habit.
Sure. Alright. That gold stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, it's gonna sting a little bit. Putting a little bit of numbing stuff on him. We're getting to a really tender state. And I don't want to torture this guy, man. Just promise me you can get through the candle and finishing your face.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that I'm focused on.
God.
Okay. What was your setup and what bolts do you run because you have the halo to whip peak and needle jig? Oh my god. Sorry. I'm gonna let him kind of marinate in that numbing cream a little bit. I couldn't take all that wiping. Yeah, there's a lot of wiping involved in color tattoos. My setup is I'm using a FK Spectra Direct 2. I have a critical power supply. I'm using T-Tech and needle jig cartridges, and I'm tattooing with world famous ink. And I'm using, what else am I using? Ink booster. It's kind of like a tattoo cream just to use while you're using it. And my voltage is like 9.5.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we're getting there. I'll spray you one more time, okay? Actually, gotta pour one more ink. I have 3 smaller tattoos. I can't really read your whole comment, sorry. I feel you, homie, but it's gonna be good. It's going to be all good at the end of the day. I'm getting some words of encouragement. Yes, it's going to be awesome. Your work is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, this is no joke. But we're gonna try and get through the candle and the white parts of her face. We'll see how he's doing. But since we're in the same area, I can always come back. And this is a normal part of tattooing, guys. I mean, not every tattoo can be finished in one shot. And it doesn't, there's no shame in that. There's no anything. I mean, a lot of times, tattoos like this do take 2 sessions. Sometimes it's best to just kind of walk away and then come back when, you know, you're in a fresher state of mind where you can handle it a little bit better, because, I mean, we've been going for a while. And here, I'm going to put this underneath you, because it kind of fell underneath. Here, I'll get a new one. You want to lift up?
Sure. Oh, I knew.
Okay, there you go. What is the spray I'm using? I was using Bactine.
Oh.
It's okay, you're fine. Just don't even worry. You're fine. Okay. I got this. This is not his first tattoos. He has so many tattoos. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the candle. We're gonna get through this as much as we can.
Oh, we're gonna finish.
Do you want to turn the live feed off?
No, we're good. I'm actually numb, so you give me a phone, I will read you some questions.
Right on your chest.
Oh. Everything's numb.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this. Come on, let's get this cranking again. All right. Can't wait to start my sleeve. Pain is pure. Okay, so I have 3 small tattoos. Definitely want more. Definitely want some bigger ones. Maybe the color. A bunch of. Okay, here we go. Let's bring this back, guys. No, it's not my first tattoo. If this was my first tattoo, Jessica, I think it would have been my last tattoo. But, you know, this is my first tattoo below the neck. Well, no, that's all I won't say. My arms are tattooed. But this is my first torso tattoo, and it's rough stuff. But everyone told me it was. It's just the way it is.
Do you have your legs tattooed?
No, because I have a pant of hair. Come on, I'm going to focus people on it. So many people have stopped talking. Why? Okay. What do you use to keep it moisturized? So what is your post-tattoo regimen there, Nikki, that you suggest people do?
I suggest, well, what I do, everybody's different. Every artist has their own healing regimens that they recommend for you. Just, we're all different. We all tattoo different. I like to have you moisturize with like a non-scented white lotion, like Lubriderm or Jergens. Everybody's different though, you know, some people like Aquaphor, some people like A&D. I have people heal with this product called Tattoo Derm, and it is a plastic kind of barrier that you put over your tattoo. It keeps it totally covered and just makes it. I have so many successful heals with it. It's just amazing. It protects your tattoo from, you know, being so vulnerable to infection.
And the background on that, right, Nikki, was for burn victims, correct?
Yeah, it started like, you know, the same technology behind like Tegaderm that they sell it and use in hospitals. They used it a lot on burn victims, and it's a really wonderful way to heal. I have people put that on for about 3 to 4 days, and you don't really, what's great is you don't have to worry about it. You literally just go about your life just the same as you did, and you don't got to really worry about it the first couple days. Then you take it off and you just keep it clean. Wash that baby at least 3 to 5 times a day, and put lotion on whenever you feel it get dry. Lotion is not going to heal your tattoo. That is one thing that I have to stress to people, is lotion is not going to heal it. Your body is going to heal it. And keeping it clean is the most important part of healing. I don't care what you're using, what kind of tattoo ointment you're using. It will not heal well if you let it get dirty. It's just common sense. Keeping it clean and moisturized is the best way to go. And keep it simple. Keep it clean, keep it moisturized. And don't listen to anybody but your tattooer. Everybody has their own ways it works for them, but you know, I tattoo with a lot of saturation, so.
What about A&D,
yeah.
something that Juan's asking?
You can. I don't recommend it. I don't like to. It's kind of a outdated thing, but I mean, it works for a lot of people. I recommend Lubriderm.
People are asking, because some people are commenting about a wet heel. What is a wet heel, it's asking?
A wet heel? I mean, I guess that just means you're keeping it moisturized the whole time. Some people dry heel where they don't put anything on it. I mean, and that works for some people that are that have really, really sensitive skin. I've seen a lot of successful dry heals, because at the end of the day, your body is healing it, not the ointment. It's just, you know, dry heels are a little bit more uncomfortable. Just because, you know, keeping it moisturized is keeping that pain at bay too. When it's dry, it sucks.
Come on, guys, that numbing agent kicked in. Ask the questions. I can deal with it now. And my voice will be somewhat normal, as opposed to that crazy.
Turbulent.
Yeah. Who keeps sending these angry faces? Why is everybody? Why is this one dude angry? What are you angry at, man?
I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong. Everything's fine.
Okay, Funky. This question comes up a lot.
What's that?
What's the difference between tattooing dark skin and a light skin person? And what colors would you recommend? I assume for the darker skin person.
Right. I mean, lighter skinned people have a lot more options, I guess, as far as making sure your tattoo is vibrant. Darker skinned people, there are some pigments that do not really look wonderful in those complexions. Things like light purple don't really work, you know, and you can see tattoos where they've done it at first, you know, it just depends on how dark complected you are. There's certain colors that won't work, and they really tend to heal out. I really care about what a tattoo looks like after it's healed, because that's where it matters, not right when you finish. I think you just got a tattoo with a little bit more contrast on darker complected people, a little bit more use of black, and you just got to stay away from certain colors. Red is always a good color to use, and a lot of black
Right.
and gray.
Monkey, you got to remember that the ink's going under the skin. The ink has to be darker than the skin. That's why everyone says, I used to be the editor of Urban Ink, and people were like, how come you don't use white ink on dark skin? And that's because
Yeah, well,
the
yeah.
skin is darker, and it will obliterate the white ink. So a rule of thumb usually is the darker the skin, the darker the ink should be, because it's beneath the skin. It's not on the skin, it's beneath the skin.
Yes.
But there are some people, guys like Maya Bailey and stuff like that, have developed a quote unquote technique where they could pack in some color. So
That's fine. I just don't do that, you know.
oh yeah, no, it's a very specific thing, and yeah, I don't blame 'em. And most tattoo artists will go with going dark, and that is the rule of thumb.
Like if you had really dark skin, I would do this probably in black and gray,
Right.
just because I know how it's going to look when it heals, and we're not playing this scary guessing game.
That's exactly right. It's a guessing game. Some people's dark skin will actually hold the color, and some won't. Anna Maria, I am actually petrified of needles myself, but tattooing doesn't feel like you're getting a needle. Pain threshold, that's a little different. If you can't deal with that, then that might not be the best choice to go getting tattoos. But the needle thing, it's totally different. Because like I said, I don't dig needles. I guess I'm hoping everybody can see the highlights, the yellow highlights now on the face, coming from the candle. Hence why everybody thought she was too dark. She's too dark. See, she's not too dark. This is amazing. A great job. Very professional. Beautiful art.
Thank you, guys. Feels good to have praise on my tattoos right now. We're making great progress. Kind of coming together now that we're putting those warm tones next to the candle. Making sense of it.
And the perspective on this tattoo, guys, is my body's a little twisted. Possibly you could say contorted because of she's a little. You're not looking at her.
If you need to focus, you can put the phone down and I can look again. Just remember, don't push yourself too much.
It's that bone rattle.
I know, I can feel what you're talking about. I can feel. Are you putting in a flame? Yep, that's the flame. It's gonna be like a a white kind of highlight once we go back into it. Or a pale yellow, I guess. Can you purchase the wrap she discussed? Yes, you can. You can go and look up Tattoo Derm on, you can just Google it, Tattoo Derm. There's a lot of different retailers that sell Tattoo Derm. You can go straight from the source on the website. But yes, I highly recommend that stuff. It is great. The biggest thing is just making sure that you keep it, that it was put on with, super clean and you didn't put any lotion on or anything underneath. Otherwise it won't work. Yes, T-A-T-U Derm.
Where are you working now, Nikki? I mean, on me.
I'm working on his lower rib / belly.
No, I'm literally asking you.
Oh, okay. I'm like, did someone ask? I'm working on the color around the flame.
Can you put that stuff on if you've worked it already?
I'm not working on anything I've already tattooed.
So you haven't, okay.
It's all new stuff. I'm sorry.
Nicholas, not long enough. Ow, but realistically, minutes. Oh, Catherine, that's not nice. She wrote that I'm the worst client.
Whatever.
Oh, no, she wrote the worst client story? Oh, I thought you were saying I was the worst client. You want Nikki's worst client story.
You're all, wait a minute, girl. Worst client story. It's hard to think. I mean, I've had some people kind of like get weird and fresh and fill me up in the middle of a tattoo. That's kind of made me lose my mind.
Were they drunk?
Yep, they were drunk.
Well, at least they had an excuse.
I've had that.
I'm sorry, I almost felt just then.
It's okay. A lot of it is just when people are under, the influence, like a lot, that really, people are going to do what they got to do, but if they come in, drunk or high as shit, that's not ideal for anybody in the situation. But I can't really think on a particular person because I've tattooed just, so many people. Can't even think of one.
Travis is a veteran from Afghanistan. He has some deep tissue scars when he got wounded. Any do's and don'ts for tattooing over those?
You're really gonna have to work with your artist and find an image that's really gonna properly cover it. If you watched the last episode that I was on the show, we tattooed over scars, and
he probably can get that. He could probably watch that. So
yeah, you can watch that
is it
episode
on
online.
YouTube, or
Yeah,
is
it's on spiketv.com. The last episode we did, we were tattooing over cancer scars, or that was from smoking, but you just gotta find the competent artist for you, because working with scars is a totally different thing than normal skin. You don't want it to end up looking more obvious, and also sometimes the skin doesn't take getting tattooed on a scar as well as anywhere else. Like, it won't hold it as well sometimes.
Nikki, if you're in where you've been in, please.
I'm not.
Okay, if you want, but that's kidding.
I'm doing the outside part of it.
I'm kidding. I'm wishing that's probably what it is. Oh, here's the cleanup guy.
Well, it's getting late. What time is it right now?
Probably about. Hey guys, we can't really see. Can you, Eastern Standard Time. Can anybody shout us out what it is? Eastern Standard Time?
Oh, it's okay. It's 9.
It's 9.
Yeah, it's 9.
It's 9.
Okay. 9 o'clock.
Adrian, she cannot divulge if she won.
Nobody has any idea who won. The finale is live. Nobody knows. The finale is December 6th, though. Then we'll all know who wins. That'd be crazy if I could just be like, yeah, actually this person wins. Don't even watch the show. Just skip all that stuff.
Nikki, coils or rotary?
Rotary.
I think Nikki is young enough to always have been rotary.
No.
Ah, now she hasn't.
I was using coils for the
Started
first...
with coils.
I was using coils for the first 3 years, I think I was tattooing. So half of the time I've been tattooing, I was using coils. World of difference. Totally different things. I just prefer rotaries.
Well, Travis, we thank you for your service, and we're glad you're back. I know you have the scars, but you are back. So. Okay, John, I think you want the birthday wish to go out from Nikki, not me. Please wish John Randolph a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, John!
There you go.
Woohoo! Party.
No one asked me. What is that? No one asked me what.
What?
Kendra says absolutely beautiful work.
Thank you, Kendra.
Oh, Kendra, how come you told Nikki to take a break so that Paul could take a break? Only kidding. I know you didn't answer
Do you need a break?
that. No. I don't know. Maybe Jennifer can tell. I mean, maybe Nikki can tell you. Jennifer wants to know. Ah! Well, how does the numbing agent work?
It works very temporarily.
We can't use. Can we use it yet?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Mar-Louis Olarte. It's his birthday too, or her birthday. I can't say, and sorry, guys. Andy, have you noticed more women becoming accepted in the industry?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
There's some amazing female tattooers out there, and I think it's becoming more and more prevalent, and I think that's fantastic. It's no longer a man's career, or just a man's career.
Ah, man. Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, man, so this is my... We can do whites, but her veil's gonna take us some time. I would definitely suggest we work on it another time, but I think we should finish her face.
Yep.
And not bite off more than we can chew. Breathe for a minute.
How much time do you think on the veil? Because then I'll tell you whether it's realistic.
Like
No.
yeah.
If you were going to say an hour. No.
Yeah, an hour, for sure. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. But it's like that last bit you just put on, it was like,
Gnarly.
oh,
Yeah.
like
unheard of.
yeah.
Well, let's just finish her face, and you know what's good is if I come in again, I can, look and see how her face healed and give her the
Absolutely.
good little touch-ups. But yeah, we're gonna do the whites now. It's gonna be awesome.
It's beautiful now.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys. You know what? We are going to sign off now. So we want to thank you so much. You want to?
You don't want to do the film?
Yeah, you want to keep it going? They're starting to lose it, so we got to jump in there.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll keep it live.
Yeah, we can keep it live. That's fine. Is that the Spectra Direct? Yes. I had no luck with the crossover and cartridges. Maybe I should try that one. Since there's no give, I think cartridge give with machine doesn't work so good. I think cartridge give with machine give doesn't work so good. I wouldn't suggest cartridges without rotaries.
All right, guys, we're gonna finish this all the way up to the scarf on her left, so it'll be 90% done.
Yeah.
You guys that are stuck around, please stick around to see that final bits go drop in, and I want to thank everybody for. Hey, where you going? Stick around. You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's the best part. We're doing.
We are, Catherine. We're gonna keep it live. You tell your friends out there to stick around. I don't know if you can see our views, but it goes up, it goes down, and then everybody's coming back. That's very nice of you. You are part of about 325,000 right now.
Nice.
So that's very nice of you. And Courtney wants to know, can you cover up a word tattoo?
Totally.
And the answer was totally. So
Just depends on how big and how dark it is, but generally, yes.
you know what, Peyton? I've been hearing this, ribs compared to back, which is worse. Never had a back tattoo. I always thought, oh, back is be easy because it's
Right.
so
Are you
far
ready?
away. Yep, I'm ready. And but I'm hearing a lot of back problems, so I don't want to say, man. You know, everybody that does it, it's cool. Some more than others, but you know. This is how. Yeah, let's make sure we keep letting you know where you can get in touch with Nikki Simpson. So that's Nikki Simpson, like the Simpsons, but no S at the end. So Nikki Simpson tattoos, but that has an S at the end. Okay, so Nikki Simpson tattoos, Nikki Simpson tattoos at Gmail, and it's the same thing for Instagram. Instagram, Nikki Simpson tattoos. That's her Instagram. So you can check out her work there. And there's a lot of good work up on there. All right, Peyton, you got one on your back and neck spot ribs. You are a brave man. So I'm sure it doesn't hurt any more than the back. So, but it does hurt. But you know the deal, right? We all know it hurts.
Thing is, they all hurt. You know, one of my most painful tattoos was on my calf. You know, and like I've also thought one of my most painless was on the opposite part of my calf. So like everyone's different. I've had some girls just say like the ribs were not even a big deal at all, and I'm like, geez, but some people it kills them. Everyone is different, and it's, you know, kind of scary going into it, not knowing if you're gonna be one of those people that thinks it's the most painful.
Wow, Eric has a rough one. I don't know if it's for him personally or whatever, but is it difficult to cover up a throat tattoo?
Well, you're working with a lot less space, you know. I'm sure it would be a lot more difficult. Just depends on the piece, you know. I can definitely see that being a lot more difficult.
Yeah, Jessica, I know what you're talking about here. I'm into maybe 7+. It is rough. Fly. What are you, crazy, man? Oh, me? Yeah, well, nothing. That's good.
What's that?
No, people that are insulting me, but that's fine.
Oh, the lovely internet.
Oh, I'm cool with it. I don't care. Believe me, I'm at an age, dude, man, I don't really care what anybody says. It's cool. When you're 86 years old, that doesn't matter. And I'm 80, well, I'm going on 86.
No, you're...
I'm 85 right now, so.
No way. They're going to be like, what? And then look at Grandpa getting tattooed.
Yeah. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, there ain't nothing as great as getting tattooed with numbing agent where you just feel enough pain, and you know you're getting tattooed, but it isn't. You know what? I've been talking too much about pain on this. I'm sounding like
Fine.
a baby.
You're the only...
You know,
You're the one experiencing it.
it's all cool. Starla says it's beautiful. Cassandra says it looks great.
Thank you.
Naveen made a nasty comment about me.
Rude.
So, rude. That's a good thing. Lakeisha says love, and love it.
Thank you.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate all of that. Yes, look, Adrian says I'm soft.
Oh, he's just coming in hot with the insults, huh?
Yeah. Catherine says I'm full of SHIT. I I don't know what that was. Oh, about the age. Yeah. But not that far off.
I ain't nowhere near
What is
that
the most
age.
difficult part of shading the face?
Difficult part? I think just making all of your skin tones look realistic. You know? Back in the day when a lot of portraits were new, man, you get this white fucking sticks in your skin. Sorry, pardon my French. This white is awesome.
Jay, it's been, I think it's like 7. Maybe on closer. Yeah, probably like 7, but 7 plus. But,
7 plus.
you know.
What are you talking about?
Hours.
That we've been doing this?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, no way. See, what a baby I am.
Really?
I don't know, man. It's 9. What time? Yeah, we didn't start
We started-
at 3.
Wow.
Right? We got to start earlier than 3.
Yeah, I got here at 11:45.
Yeah. We probably started around 1:30. Lakeisha, we are in NYC. Where are you? Oh, I don't know. Maybe don't tell us where you are. We don't want people looking you up or something that we don't want them looking you up. That's coming together nice, huh? And you guys are seeing it through a distorted angle, and the color is not, not true. No, it is, I can't even think of something clever, but it'll be another insult. Steps to be able to learn. Joe, I'm going to answer for Nikki. It's, apprenticeship,
Definitely. For sure.
Mikhail, don't worry about insulting me. And no, believe it or not, you see that contour? There really is no hair in this spot, and that's why we picked that spot. Either side of my, whatever you want to call that part of my
People
side,
are so rude sometimes.
doesn't have hair, luckily, right? I know, Andy. I'm almost thinking about, oh wow. You know what? You just said that, Andy, man, and I just got nailed. So, I think I'm going to wrap up after the white.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Brian, Nikki Simpson Tattoos at gmail.com.
Simpson. You don't gotta try and spell right now. We're doing some gnarly white on you. I can read some.
Yeah, feel close to it, man. Oh, Joe, what did you ask me? Let me back up. Oh, apprenticeship, she said. That's really pretty much the best way, to learn. Put your portfolio together of your artwork and then hit up the shops. And, it'll definitely speed up the process than you trying to do it on your own.
And it's a lot safer than doing it on your own.
Catherine, we went with, Catherine, if you saw the original, oh boy.
Oh goodness.
If you saw,
Here, you're kind of getting to your point. I can start answering questions. Yeah, don't push yourself, remember?
I don't know what's better sometimes.
I know, just for their sake, so they can keep a thought process on one thing. What was she asking?
Why we picked this photo.
Why did we pick this picture?
If you look at the picture.
It's just, I really liked the light source in this photo. I thought she was a really classic, beautiful looking woman, and I can do a lot with that positioning, and I needed like a 3/4 view facing inward for the belly.
You know what, Nikki, we're almost done, so I don't care. Throw more of that shit on.
It's not going to work if we're doing skin that hasn't been broken up yet. We're doing inside of the candle that hasn't been tattooed.
Okay. We're cool.
I will put it back on the face again when we go back into the face.
Uh-oh. I think Nikki's getting mad.
I'm not mad.
I'm kidding.
Just breathing is key. Nikki, Gia, and Ashley squad goals. Thank you. I love those girls. And Kelly. Talk to them every day, actually. I'm gonna get tattooed by all of them. I think we all want to like tattoo each other. Just the sound is addictive. Do you just tattoo over the bleeding? Yep. Can't stop the skin from bleeding. Gotta just go in. What part of NYC? Currently, when I'm tattooing in the city, I'm working in the Lower East Side at Grit and Glory on Orchard and Houston. In Manhattan. Duh. I'm gonna grab a new cartridge really quick. I want a needle that hasn't had any ink in it yet. Okay, round shape, no. Long paper and pointer.
Nikki just went to go get a new ink cartridge. I mean, I guess, yeah, needle cartridge. All right, Nalini, but that's perfect. You should definitely do that. And email Nikki ahead of time, Nikki Simpson Tattoos @gmail.com. And you guys can definitely hook up that appointment.
And
I know, Enrique, I asked the same thing. What's the angry face is all about?
right? What, my face? Being angry all the time? Here's
No.
Like, what?
The emojis thing.
Oh,
Go on.
because I had somebody ask me that on the takeover yesterday. Like, why do you look so sad and mean? I'm like,
Calvin, she is booked, but she does have openings, so you should definitely reach out at Nikki, Nikki Simpson tattoos. So Nikki Simpson tattoos @gmail.com. And oh man, Adrian, I am so out of it. Well, that would be nice if that's the reason. Adrian thinks it's the sad faces maybe for the pain.
yeah, probably.
That's nice of him. Andy says he's gonna combat the angry emojis with hearts.
Yeah, nothing but love.
Ah.
Share the love.
Guys, I'm gonna have to check out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Pain's just really super bad right
How long have you been doing tattoos? How old were you when you started? I was 19 when I was apprenticing. I feel like that was the perfect age because I didn't.
We're close, right? Nikki?
Yes, we are. Because I didn't really have any other responsibilities that would prevent me from being available at my tattoo shop at all times. I had a part-time job, had to pay some bills. But you don't get paid when you're an apprentice, You gotta give them your 100% full dedication and attention. So I'm 25 now. It's almost 6 years.
I'm 3 times as old as Nick.
No way. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming and checking all this out. We really appreciate it. And also, stay tuned for my TV show on Ink Master. You can find me on there every week, Tuesdays at 10 p.m. Maybe I could ask them a few questions.
Yeah, ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nikki's gonna ask. Andy, I don't know if that's you, man, but you've been all of a sudden there's a ton of heart emojis coming through. Thank you very much to Andy and everybody else who's sending it through.
Do any of you guys have a favorite?
Nikki's asking you a question, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you guys. Do any of you guys have like a favorite tattooer from Ink Master over the past couple years?
Other than Nikki.
Yeah. Not me. Yeah, curious.
You're right, Andy. Lisa says you're doing great for only 6 years.
Thank
Lisa,
you.
that's true. And I will also add to that, I think she's doing great even regardless of how many years. But I understand what you're saying. You're absolutely correct.
My favorite was Anthony Michaels.
Our favorite, Anthony Michaels. Last year's yes.
I mean, Megan Jean is freaking insane. She's so good. And so is Sarah Miller. But I'm biased for Anthony. I really did enjoy Clean Rock One's personality, though. I love people that just like own who they are.
Yes, Tattoo Baby is very nice.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Megan and Sausage. Kelly.
I just love Sausage's name. I really do.
Joey. Yeah, Joey is a very nice dude. Joey Hamilton, I thought.
Yeah.
Another vote for Joey. Snappy Dresser also, I have to say.
Snappy Dresser. Oh, you're saying he is. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, sketchy lawyer, what? Yeah, you guys are seeing like the very finishing touches to this tattoo. We're literally going to be done in a few minutes. So thank you to everybody who's been tuning in throughout all the different stages of this tattoo. You get to see, like, you know, from start to end. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. So we're gonna make sure before we check out that we give a rundown again, Nikki, of everywhere they can get at you to work and everywhere they can reach you at. So
Yeah, for sure. We're going to be finishing the veil next time. What's good is I'm in the neighborhood, so...
yeah, Tammy's actually asking, when can we see the finished look? You know what? Maybe we'll do a real quick live. How about we do that? We'll do a real quick live on the finish.
Yeah, we could do that.
That'll be fun.
Finishing it, and then I'll probably go in and touch up a couple little spots just to make sure she's all kosher.
And so that'll be cool. How long now, Brian? I don't know, man, but it's like somewhere between 6 and 7.
Yeah.
So, and, actually, I'm a firm believer not really even go too much longer than I think the body starts to freak a little bit, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so just in case you people start to check, I'm going to give it a... Remember, these are the ways to get in touch with Nikki. Nikki Simpson Tattoos at gmail.com. Nikki Simpson Tattoos on Instagram. You can contact Grit and Glory in the Lower East Side of New York City and ask about booking some time with Nikki. But I would suggest go directly through Nikki because Nikki knows her schedule probably better.
Yep.
Or just go directly through Nikki.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but you know, you can stop by Grit and Glory, whether it's to see Nikki or just to check out the place because it's awesome. And the Lower East Side is cool, and right around the corner is Katz's Deli. So, if you've never been to Katz's Deli, you should go there. And
I love that whole area of town. It's so cool.
yeah. All right.
Good nightlife.
Guys, start telling Nikki to wrap it up because it looks fantastic. And go. Unless you want to numb it, then you can keep going there.
Nah, you know what? I think we're good. We're just about maybe like a couple little things and we'll be done.
Okay.
I know you don't believe me.
I believe it. I don't know if you people know, because this is international, but in my house on Friday nights, it's White Castle night, and that's one of the things that's got me through this, other than Nikki's wonderful company, is that I know that I'm going to get the White Castle.
I've never had White Castle.
And I knew Nikki never had White Castle, because it's kind of like, and you're probably better off never having White Castle.
Yeah?
But if you can, I don't know if there's a White Castle in Manhattan. There actually might be one uptown.
Where is White Castle?
It's in the suburbs. Oh, there's probably one up in Westchester where you live.
Yeah, I live in the suburbs, so that's... Gotta try it.
Yeah, they're called belly bombers.
Oh, wonderful.
They're
Sounds
the
like it's
original
gonna...
sliders. They're small and they're very delicious. Never had a White Castle, Andy. Oh no, you have. Nikki hasn't. Well, it's probably a regional thing.
Definitely a regional thing.
Okay, Brian asked for, what do you think about the Cheyenne Hawk tattoo gun
Love it.
machine? It makes no sound. Does that does that kind of freak you out that it's completely silent?
No, not at all.
No. I know why he asked that, because I know some tattoo artists come here and they don't even adjust. They don't even look at their voltage. They go by what it sounds like.
Yeah, but you know, that comes more with coil machines.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I was a coil guy.
Yeah. You don't really have to go off of sound when it comes to rotaries too much, unless it sounds like shit, like, you know, and
Like
then
it's
you're like,
broken.
oh,
Yeah.
something's wrong.
And for all, I'm sure that most of you here have had tattoo work done. But what you're witnessing right now is the infamous tattoo artist promise that we're done. And
We
there's
are
just
done.
a few little things. No, I'm just kidding.
we're
Nikki.
actually
Nikki,
done.
you know I'm kidding.
No, we are done. We I could keep polishing this thing, and then it'll just be.
And you should. So put the numbing
It's
and
done.
polish.
We're good. We're done. We're done.
All right. You know what, guys? So I think you guys will
You
take
let
a
them have like a little look at it. you
Yeah,
know.
and then we'll take a little look at this. You guys, I think this is actually a very good angle right now. You guys can see it. And
Yeah, she looks cool.
yeah, she looks great. Yeah, I'll roll this way a little, see what it gives you. Yeah, now you can see it better. Look at that, guys. And girls, I don't mean guys, I'm just using that as a term for both male and female.
Here, I can move it around too.
Yeah, if you look, it's perfect angle. Look, right?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that little bit of glare. Cool, man. Yeah, next time we'll go back into the veil and then finish everything.
Oh, somebody asked earlier what color the veil would be.
I think we're gonna do like a grayish blue.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that color doesn't exist here right now, right? Oh, it does. It's a combination of those. That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And now what we're going to do is we're going to sign off, and we're going to take one last look at Nikki face to face.
Oh man.
So let's take a look at Nikki. She's fixing her hair quickly, which she doesn't have to do.
It's all good.
Oh, gosh. Lefty Lucy, right? And oh, that's me.
Hi guys.
There's Nikki. Why am I seeing it backwards? There she is.
I don't know.
There's Nikki.
Hi guys. Thank you so much for watching. It's been an interesting ride. I'm really glad you got through all that you did. Thank you for all the questions and for tuning in. I think when we finish this, we're going to be doing it again. Also, we gave you all the different ways you can get a hold of me: Instagram, email. You can also watch me every Tuesday on Spike on Ink Master, Peck versus Nunez. And show your support by just tuning in and keeping up with all of what we're doing.
You got it.
Thank you
Good
guys
night.
so much.
Thanks for everything.
Bye.